You're actually right. Hello, Maniac. Hello, Maniac Slasher Chris. Okay. Can't read the name, but that's fine. Thank you very much. I did not uh, enable my sound. Okay. Um, let's do it like this. I'm gonna be right back. I'll just restart the Steam really quickly so we can have a proper introduction to the game, and then we'll see. So, give me a second, and I shall interrupt the VOD real quick. Alright, hey guys, Lotus Streams here. Coming at you with another Eldar Battle Report. We're also gonna try that new detachment yet again. This time with very different approach though, because I have mainly close combat units this time, and I wanted to try, can I make that work? Because that's something I would like to have working when I'm playing Eldar, but so far it's not really the best. I know it's Eldar, so they're always good, but in this case it's actually something I would consider viable, hopefully. Okay, I've already deployed and all that stuff and rolled off, but I'm still gonna tell you about the armies real quick again. So in HQ we have two Lamians, because Lamians are cheap, that's all. They're pretty much useless other than that. And I have some extra HQs anyway. Uh, the troops are filled by 4 Harlequin troops, and they're all riding in a Star Weaver, and they just have one single upgrade. It's the Harlequin's Embrace, which gives them D3 Hammer of Wrath attacks, and they are resolved at strength 6. So very nasty. Considering you can charge multiple times with this detachment, and even in the enemy's phase, which will make the enemies take the Hammer of Wrath multiple times. And in addition to that, the True Master has a higher initiative than the normal troop, so we have the possibility to wipe out squads before even getting to the initiative 5, pretty much. And that is pretty nasty stuff if he can pull it off. And that's why they're riding in Star Weavers, obviously, because they don't have anything but in-one saves for that matter. A Star Weaver is basically a Venom with a Shuriken Cannon, and it has also the ability to get a 4+ in-one save once per game, which is pretty nice because there's a lot of stuff ignoring cover nowadays, and it's basically their transport to bring them forward. Open topped, so can charge, no problem. Then in fast attack we have 3 Raiders from the Dark Eldar Codex, and we also have 3 groups of Banshees riding those Raiders. Since they're Ynnari Eldar all together, they can start embarked in the transport, which is really useful if you're considering Banshees just get shot off the table like nothing else. And basically took a aspect host inside of this detachment to give them +1 weapon skill and reroll raw fear and pinning tests. And we have a Banshee Exarch in each unit with a spear. So strength 5, AP2 at initiative. Pretty nasty lady right there. They also move +3 when I think moving, charging, and running even. So they're very quick on foot, and that can help them a lot in this kind of detachment since it adds to the amount of movement they get. Then we have an elite, or pretty much my HQ, a Solitaire. Solitaire has I think a Kiss and a Caress, so he can use both at the same time, and means each roll to hit of 6 is basically AP2, and also instant death on 6s. And then he also has the Kiss, so he rolls one of his attacks separately, and that one is always strength 6 AP2. And I believe also has instant death? I don't know. No, the Caress doesn't have instant death. It's the Kiss. Yeah, there we go. So they can also move 12 by default, so he's very quick on foot. And he has Blitz, so once per game he can use that ability to move even further, and the distance is basically based on turn number. Thankfully he is the Eternal Warrior because he's toughness 3 and strength 3. He's not going very far, and he is very quick in his profile and everything, but he needs to survive somehow, so he's my kind of distraction card effects. He plays very similar to a Imperial Assassin for that matter, which I also like to play. And I wanted to include him here as a little distraction from all my other stuff. All of this can deal a lot of damage, so he's not really the only one that gets focused and then annihilated. And then we have one Wraith Knight. For obvious reasons, he's amazing in this kind of detachment. He fits my theme of being a very fast-moving unit. He likes to be in this detachment simply for the fact that he can shoot multiple times or move multiple times is even huge. And with base strength 10, I didn't give him his sword. He doesn't need the D. If he gets 2 shots of D every turn, I like that more than trading that for just basically the D for strength 10. It's not really a big difference in the end. And that is 1850 points of Close Combat Eldar, Harlequin, Dark Eldar, and summed up as a 1 Ynnari detachment pretty much. Now the benefit of this detachment is pretty simple. If we perform our Soul Burst actions, we get 2 actions per death of a unit, no matter if it's mine or anybody else's. And the way the rule is written, I would also get that upon destruction of my transport, except when it explodes. Because for some reason the transports wreck after you disembark, so that would trigger their ability, so they can basically charge as you destroy their transport, which is really, really weird. But as the rule is worded, it is correct. If it explodes, that's different, because they would deploy the unit before. I mean, the unit wouldn't deploy before it explodes, right? That wouldn't make much sense, but I don't know. That's how I will play it, because that's at the moment how rules are written, and then we will see everything else in the game. So basically, I like this idea here, even though it seems very weird. Over here, we have my usual monster mash list, what I consider has the most firepower in the Tau Codex at the moment. And it's very simple. It's 2 combined arms detachment led by a Theory each for feeding killing points. Now, they're cheap. That's all why they are here. And they provide leadership 10, which is also pretty nifty. 4 single squads of crisis suits, all in the troop choice because they are Farside enclaves, thanks to their little ritual. And they all have flamers because that's the cheapest upgrade I could get, and it's also a very, very useful one considering they might be deep striking somewhere to get objective secure somewhere else. Fast attack, we have 4 squads of 2 Tetras, because Tetras are awesome. I like them. Best source of marker lights in my opinion, and best looking model too. A little bit too pink maybe, but that's fine. And then the last 2 fast attack slots are filled by 2 Ivana Riptide battle suits. Pretty hefty boys because they can deal a shit ton of damage, and they have strength 6 AP3 flamers with torrent, basically a haywire cannon. They can disappear, they can move very, very quickly. They're really, really nasty units. I really enjoy playing them. Not necessarily playing against them, but they can be dealt with because they have to come very, very close to in order to deal damage other than the Riptide. But apart from that, they have a very, very similar profile, except they have 4 wounds. So they're actually pretty easy to kill considering they are supposed to be monstrous creatures and everything. And that is all the combined arms. Then we have 1 heavy retribution cadre over here, consisting of a ghost keel with fusion and cyclic iron rakers. He has countermeasures for 1 turn, so he can make me snapfire, which doesn't really matter unless I'm shooting with the Wraith Knight at him, but that I will never do that since he always has a 2+ cover save thanks to his stealth drones and his field. Then we have 2 Storm Surges, absolutely identical. They have precision shots, they have the air burst fragmentation, I don't know what. It's an ignored cover blast basically as their defense system, and the Bolt's driver cannon as an upgrade, and otherwise are stock. So no in-one save or anything fancy on them. I just wanted to have some raw firepower mixed with marker lights and mixed with rerolling hits, because this bad boy is gonna deep strike in, and if he is within 12 inches of a unit that they target, they get twinlinged against her. Basically they reroll hits, not twinling, but rerolling hits altogether, which makes them incredibly more powerful since their ability scale is absolutely crap. There is one big benefit against my kind of army right now, the Eldar army that they're playing against, because they also have Monsoon of Destruction. So as soon as two or more units from this formation, including the Ghost Keel, by the way, target something, and as you know, Gargantuan creatures can choose their targets separately, so it's very easy to get that Monsoon on many units. Basically means um, you guys cannot run or move flat out in the next turn, and they halve the result of any charge rolls they make in the next turn. So really, really nasty stuff against close combat. And guess what? You have to get into close combat with these guys because they have so much firepower on the table. On turn 1, they will try to anchor down. On turn 2, he is gonna try to deep strike in, and as soon as that happens, these two guys can fire all of their weapon systems twice, which includes like big blast of strength 10 AP2 and all the shenanigans they have by default. And then he's gonna make all of that even twin linked, and then the marker lights can make them ignore cover, more ballistic skill, destroyer hits with the freaking rockets. They basically can do anything as soon as that happens. So one turn of power up, and then it's gonna be a massacre most of the time. But the Eldar detachment, I think, is capable of dealing with this. Maybe they aren't. Maybe I'm just confused. We'll see about that and see how much the transport can take before the insides are getting burned. All right. I already rolled and everything because I accidentally didn't record before with voice. Eldar won both rollouts, so they chose this sides and also deployed a bunch of stuff. I have my Lamians hidden behind cover because they're useless and they're feeding kill points. All of these rares are filled with Banshees, all of these are filled with troops, and there's the Solitaire right there. So basically I'm banking on the fact that I don't get my initiative stolen, because that would suck, like majorly suck. The Tau have a useless Warlord trait. I do not have any Warlord traits because the Wraith Knight is the Warlord. The Solitaire should never be a Warlord, and he doesn't have a Warlord trait even if he was my Warlord. And I'm not going to make a Troop Master my Warlord and not allow me in for sure. So I just went with the Wraith Knight. He's the toughest thing I have. He's the best choice, pretty much. Alright. He's the last thing I have to deploy, actually. Not sure where we should put him, though, because he's very fast. But thanks to the rules changes with how jump Gargantuan creatures work and how their cover saves work, he should be hiding behind the building. And he cannot start up here and then jump, because that would require him to move like this and not like this anymore. Because you measure the distance diagonally now, which is weird, but makes sense in the end. So I have to actually move one of the raiders over here, I think. Like so. So he's gonna be a little bit more off to the side, but that's fine with me. He can deal whatever he wants to next turn. Alright, and the rest, as I already said, is on the field or in their transports. So no difference here. And those are all a lie, just there for presentation. Now the question is, how do I deploy with the Tau? The issue is the Eldar army is very fast. 12-inch movement in the movement phase and 24-inch movement with the fast open top transport stuff. And a skimmer, obviously. So in the end, they have a aggressive range of 36. So that should tell you how screwed the Tau are at the moment. I think the best idea is to hunker down in this corner and pray we steal the initiative, then blast off half of the transport, and then pray they fail their D-shots with the Wraith Knight. I think that's the only thing pretty much to do here. We still have to anchor down. We need the firepower. We cannot run away. At least not from Eldar. That's not possible. And Monsoon of Destruction can only store them that long. I don't think it makes much of a difference. So we're going to try to hide our firepower way in the back. Same for the Ivana suits. And also they have to hug cover, because they wouldn't get any saves if they were just touching the terrain. That's not how rules work anymore, unfortunately. So we have to be a little bit more careful with them. probably going to use them as a distraction carnifex, because these guys can hurt multiple units very easily. The question is, do we actually deep strike the Ghost here, or do we just keep him here? Because I don't think I'm going to get another turn after that. I think I'll want to have him here. He's pretty much immune to shooting. He's also a jetpack unit, so he's not that slow. And I think we should be fine with deploying him on the board. I think that's actually the better idea here. I know it makes my lines more fat, but that's just the way it is. You have to deal with something at some point. And then the Ethereals obviously will be even more sissy than they usually are and just stay behind that building. Because they don't want to die, because they're feeding kill points, and then they can't give their "you shall not fail" bubble. And also Feel No Pain, by the way. Feel No Pain is pretty nifty too. And you don't want them to die, that's all. The Tetras can basically hide wherever they want to. They have pretty long range, and I can scout them just in case I want to, but I don't want to. There's no reason to scout them. There's also no reason to move them, really, so we can just deploy them inside of the ruins. Whoop. Unless they bring down my Storm Surge, that is. Let's put him back. Let's not put him back, though. We just put the Tetras down. Tetra 1, Tetra 2. And Gizmo all the way into actually legal placement. And then bug out completely inside of the wall. Whoops. Let's make it like so. So about that, that's one of the limitations that Tabletop Simulator has. It's simply not capable of moving stuff correctly if it has multiple levels. Alright, Storm Surge, getting ready. Getting pumped, and I think that is my little tower castle back there. Now these guys here, I'm not sure about sorry, about those. As I said, I'm not going to believe I'm going to get another turn, necessarily. On the other hand, they are great distraction carnifex, because I don't want to lose any of these other units, and they are basically worthless. But then again, if I deep strike them, I have the ability to maybe harass a unit or two later. And if I steal the initiative, it's going to be even better. So I think these will stay in reserve for now. The Ethereals, I don't need a bodyguard at the moment, because they are very well hidden somewhere back here. Okay. That is deployment, and basically very simple. These guys are going there, and these guys are standing here and trying to shoot everything before it kills them or locks them in close combat, which is even worse for Tau since they can't shoot at it anymore. And as soon as these guys fail any leadership test, they are off the board immediately. So let's roll the important roll and see, do these Tau seize? Or actually, do these Tau seize? Would the Eldar give them the first turn? I don't think so. Nope, that gives the guys the ability to power up. So they seize initiative on the 6, and that is actually I think the saving grace for the Tau. So we're gonna anchor down the Storm Surges first of all, and then we see how much do we actually want to move. I think we need to focus fire the Wraith Knight. He is the biggest target. He deals like a gigantic amount of damage with his Ds if I'm unlucky, and I cannot deal with him next turns after. Sure, we can shoot some Banshee transports here and there, but the issue is I'm not in range with most of that stuff. I don't have any marker lights. It is night fighting turn 1, and yeah, basically I can only shoot my big guns, and that's all. And I think it's more worth it to kill the Wraith Knight. Also First Blood and Warlord kill, so he is a big fat target. Alright, so anchoring down, nothing is moving, we all stand still. This guy cannot walk up, he's immediately dead if he does so, and everybody else doesn't have a reason. The Ivana suits are very close range to actually survive, and they cannot use their 24 move, because if they end here, they are dead next turn. And then the Harlequins will use him as a jump board to get there. So, no, not doing that. The only issue is, do I want to activate my Nova reactors? And answer is no, I don't want to. They don't have enough shooting for me to care about that. I have 3+ saves anyway, and I don't need my weapons to be overcharged anyway. Okay, let's start with the show. We need marker lights first. Tetra will engage full marker light power on that Wraith Knight. They are in range, 36 exactly. Rerolling because they're twin linked. That's 4 marker lights on him. That will probably spell his death, because marker lights is extremely important for Storm Surges considering they have D shots. That's no saves, because we ignore cover saves, he doesn't have an in-1 save, and it ignores Feel No Pain because it is a D. Alright, so how much more can we get? That's also 4 shots with the other Tetra squad. 2 hits again. And actually as expected, so 3 hits. And then this squad here is not in range, and this one here is in range exactly. So 2 shots more from the Tetra, re-rolling. Oh yeah, that's it already, because we don't need to wound. Who needs that? And then over here we have Tetras, 1 in range at least, and the other one is not in range. Because I measured from the very front, and that's not in range at all. Okay, that's 2 hits. And as you can see, that's the power of the Tetras, because that's a bunch of marker lights. And I guess we will kill that thing. So, we're gonna use 1, 2 marker lines to ignore cover with the Storm Surge on that target. We will also use 2 marker lights. 1, 2, 3, 4 marker lines to use all of our missiles and make them into D shots instead of strength 8 AP1. And then we use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them to increase our ballistic skill to ballistic skill 8. Yeah. So we have 4 shots, hitting on 2s, rerolling 2 4s, and all of them will probably do a lot of damage. Rerolling. Let's see. Yep, that is 4 hits, and we needed every single ballistic skill right there. It does ignore cover altogether, because you don't have to do that all the time, you just have to do it once. Obviously his pulse driver cannon is going into that thing again, because we need to kill it. But all of these are D hits, so we will see what happens. On the 1, nothing happens. On a 2, he takes D3 wounds per hit, and on a 6, he is outright removed. That is a removal of Guy, because it takes D6 plus 6 wounds, which is immediately killing him, because he does not get Feel No Pain against that. He doesn't get cover, because I ignore cover, and that is first blood and warlord kill for the town. Just like that. Okay. Obviously can't shoot anything else, because I declared all my targets on him. So next we see what this Storm Surge can do. Now his cluster rocket system is in range of the radar, and his cannon probably should fire over there. So he's gonna fire those 2 guns this turn, and everything else is pretty much out of range. So pulse driver cannon getting right into that Solitaire's head, clipping all vehicles in the process. I think this is a rather quick game, but that happens when you're playing against Tau, and especially if it's Tau list I made, because it's gonna have some serious firepower. Yep, that is a 4-inch scatter, so it's still gonna hit something, but not really that much. Over here. These vehicles cannot jink, because I didn't target them, so you can't jink. But they will have cover anyway. They have 3+ cover from intervening ruins, so no issue there. Okay, it is strength 10 AP2, and it is also ordnance, so that means auto-penetrating hits, basically. Okay, so this Star Weaver is fine, and the other Star Weaver is not fine. What happens to him? It doesn't matter, it's just a shaken. So basically he takes 1 to the face, and then we also have to roll. And the guys inside are firing snapshots. Boo-hoo. Okay. That's his main gun though. only firing once because we're not turn 2 yet. We're not dead yet, to be fair. And then the Star Weaver, the Raider, does need to jink here. Yes, I think so. So it's gonna jink, and we're gonna fire our rockets. Decent hits, I think. Pretty average, actually. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hitting on 4s, because our base skill is not that good, but that's a really solid hit. And we glance that on 5s. That's 2 glances on the Raider, and the Raider is gonna jink. It's 1 jink mate, because it's night fighting, and 1 jink not mate, so it's 1 glance on the Raider. And that is Tau turn 1. As you can see, there is some serious firepower coming down from here. Now this guy doesn't have any more D shots, so he's out of Ds, but in the end the Gargantuan creature is dead. And that shows you how much Marker support actually matters, because there is a whole bunch of Marker that I needed to pull this off. But now it's going to be a little bit more difficult, and we'll see what the Eldar can actually do to make this work. Alright. Basically, I don't need a shooting phase, because everything here is going to flat out and run. So I'm going to move all of that stuff before anything happens. The one issue is I would have gotten a action here, but these guys are inside of the transport, so I'm not going to get any action for losing my Wraith Knight over there. So that was a worthless death. That's why I'm saying it was actually the worst one to steal the initiative. That was what made this work. Alright, so basically this thing can move 36, because it's moving 12 in general, and it is a fast vehicle. So we can an anti-grav, so we can move 12 and actually we can flat out 18 only. Did I give them Eldar Seals? Let's check that real quick, because I do not actually remember. Otherwise we're a little bit slower. Where's my radar? Radar have disintegrator cannons and do have other. Where is it? Yeah, they have other seals. Okay. So they can actually move 24. So 36 for the Raiders. So that's Radar 1. Then Radar 2. It's probably gonna... No, it's gonna move its full distance actually. And then this Radar is also gonna move full distance. We might as well, because in the end we're not getting anything from not jinking, and I don't care about snap firing. And then these here can only move their 30 because they can move 12 being fast and 18 being skimmers, as far as I know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Let's check that real quick, because I'm not playing flat outs very much. But I had to check twice, right? Skimmer. Fast skimmers. 18 when moving flat out. So we have 30 in total with the Star Weavers. Flying over here. Do we want to immobilize? Sure. Why the heck not? I don't care. Yeah, we good. Actually, it is really funny, considering you could move, immobilize yourself, wreck your transport, and because you're wrecking your transport, these guys have to disembark, and then they get a soul burst action for you wrecking your own transport. Da-dum. Advanced tactics right here. Very interesting. So maybe I should try to crash my Star Weavers then, huh? Yeah. I don't know. Okay, let's fly over there. That's a little bit dangerous maybe, but if I crash it here, I can't get into range now. I don't want to crash it actually. So we're gonna just park it next to the terrain. And then the Solitaire is gonna move his standard 12, because he's always moving 12, and then he's gonna get his run move too. Move, move, move. And he's gonna reroll that because he has fleet. Okay. So now he might look too far away to do something, but he is gonna be in range very soon of doing stuff. So that's okay. Oh yeah, the Lamians are not moving. Just because I don't want to feed them more points than I already did the last turn. And it's gonna be very, very horrible next turn, I can tell you that. Okay, that is the Eldar turn. Nothing else here to declare, because we can't declare any assaults for obvious reasons. That was shooting and movement in one turn. And that means we go to town turn 2. So we have 4 crisis suits, and 3 of those suits come in. Now we have to be very greedy with those, because we need to get flamers onto banshees, basically. That's the one use these guys have. Other than that, they are walking kill points and also a ability for the Eldar to get into close combat for sure. So nope, let's not try to go be fancy here. We need to kill those immediately. Alright, first one right here. Looks like a mishap to me. He's scattering too far, 9 inches. Yep, hits the vehicle, so what happens to him? I get to place him. I'm gonna place him there. Next one. Same idea. We need to get that double flamer hit here if possible. That's a direct hit. Okay, that's a good one. Another good one would be back here probably, although there's a solitaire. I mean, we can't help it, right? We're just gonna drop him right there. Oh, that's only 4 inches, but that is enough to mishap. What happens? He gets placed from my side of you, so over there. Okay, so we have one more try. Come on, guy, don't fail me. Try to scatter. Not as far. Oh, that's fine. He's moving 6 inches to the side, but at least he's not dead or out of combat. He's losing more to here. There we go. And that is all. Anchors still down, and activating my Nova Reactors. So Nova Reactor on Ivana numero uno is active, so he's gonna fire his. Actually, I'm gonna give him a 3+ in one save. Yeah. I'm gonna activate my in one save. I'm not gonna die to just some Harlequins charging. So activating in one save here, and then the other one is also gonna activate it in one save. So they have a, I believe it's a 4+ and 3+ in close combat or something. I don't know. They need the one in close combat. That's what I'm trying to say. Because as soon as I shoot these transport, things gonna pile out and attack. That's how Eldar work. And no Overwatch against that, because Banshee Mask. Alright. I believe I can fly. No, seriously. What do we do with the Tetras? I think the Tetras need to escape even further. Although I will lose some Markalite support if I do so. No, I'm gonna be cheeky and try to actually split them up a little bit and move over here with the Tetra. And then these Tetras will do the same over here. Yep. Because they have enough targets for obvious reasons. The Ivana suits cannot move, because why should they? They are already in range for all of their flame attacks, and they need to hold the line. That's the idea. The only guy that actually wants to move and has to move, because we need some ballistic skill, I'm going to move the Ghost Gear 6 inches forward. So we can reach 12 inches, 12 inches, 12 inches. All of this stuff here is basically gonna be, the Storm Surge is gonna be twin linked against those. And trust me, Storm Surges are really nasty boys. There's only one issue with those, and that is the Storm Surge can never ever target something inside of a transport, because a Ganshin creature always has to declare all of their targets before they shoot. So I basically cannot declare my targets against the guys inside because they're not out yet. Also, Storm Surges, as far as I know, cannot Overwatch. I might be wrong about that, but I think so. Yep, cannot fire Overwatch, so these guys are not that useful in when I'm trying to assault them. So basically, if they get Overwatch, only the Ghost Gear and the Ivana suits will get to Overwatch, and then obviously Markalite support, but other than that, not really. Okay. Enough talking, let's get this started. We're gonna start with some flamers. In case you don't know, all Eldar transports here are open-topped. So if we point our flamer at that thing, they're gonna take auto hits inside. Boom. That is one flamer template inside of that transport. So first of all, we're gonna see how much do we hit. 2 guys inside are hit, or girls in this case. That's 2 wounds. And let me actually check if the Banshees have anything. I've never played Banshees before, I think. They have 4+ saves. Okay, so they actually get saves against this, but they still die. We also have to check who it is. It's not the leader, so we have 2 Banshees left. Less. Flop. And then we also need to roll against the Raider. No, the Raider doesn't get glanced. Okay, next one over here. 5 hits against the Banshee. And that is 3 wounds against the Banshees. Come on, girls, make some saves here. Yep, that's all armor saves. And no glance on the transport. And then the Starweaver is 6 hits on the guys inside. And 3's to wound. Oh, that's pretty bad. But they all have their... Oh, they all have their saves, but they still die. Yeah, basically only one guy survives, but it might be the Troop Master. So we have to roll for that. No, Troop Master is definitely dead. But he can look outside those on the 2+, so he might be surviving. No, he's dead. So we have Starweavers, they're right there. Sort of these are dead. Except one. Feels Batman. And that's exactly, by the way, why you have to get those flamers into there. I have played enough against Harlequins to know that they don't like this stuff into their open transports. And they are absolutely squishy after all. Okay, that's one non-penetrating hit against the transport, and that is all the crisis suits can do. Okay, next is gonna be Makalites. Makalites here, I'm gonna put them into the Raider. We have 4 Makalites. Hitting on 4s, Twin Linked. A 4 hits. Tower overperforming. I mean, when I want them to win, they always underperform. Okay, so since we have so many, I'm gonna use the Ghost Keel's rocket system to take 2 of those Makalites to ignore cover on the Raider, and also 2 Makalites to increase my ballistic skill. I have a fusion, so I'm gonna fire that one first. Kaboom, and it does hit, because he's ballistic skill 5 at this point. It's not in fusion range though, so that's just 2. That is a pen. And what is the result? Nice. So it does not explode. That's what I'm looking for. This thing should not explode if possible. That's plus 1, 2, 3 because it's open topped and it's AP1. So that's a weapon destroyed, which destroys the disintegrator, which is, who cares? Nobody cares. Alright, and then the, cyclic iron rakers. It's 6 shots slow, because this unit is good. That's why I play it. And that is 3 glances. So it is wrecked, for sure. And do we still have to roll for that pen? Doesn't matter in the end, I think. So we're gonna take a leadership test on the Banshees. They are fine, and we're also gonna take a snap firing test. They're also fine, and then they have to disembark, and that's where they charge. Charge! So Banshees disembarking. Let's actually drop that radar real quick. There we go. It's going down. And then let's go. Ladies, where are you? That is actually the squad that got hurt, right? Yeah, that's the guy that toasted them a little bit, which they don't like. But it's not the leader, so we still have our AP2 mistress. That's pretty nice. Now the question is, do we go greedy and charge him, or do we charge those? I believe we charge him, because the Ivana suit is out of range for most of its shooting, and everything else is not really in supporting fire range, so we will charge him down and trigger the rest later. I think that's the best idea here. Okay, where did my spear go? There she is. So spear not up front, please. We can only deploy within 3 inches of the hole for obvious reasons. Because we disembarked. Not entirely by ourselves. More like forced out of the transport, and they don't like that. Okay. All ladies deployed, and let us do the charging. So we trigger strength from death because this thing dies now and not before, just rules as written. And that means we can declare charges, shoot, or whatever we want to. And that means we're gonna declare a charge against that suit. 7-inch charge. He can overwatch, obviously, because it is treated as if it is his face. This guy could overwatch, but he's too far away. And the same is going to happen over here, so we're not suicidal. I'm going to use his overwatch to save this guy's ass. He knew what he was going for. That's how you know this detachment is nasty, because there's only bad decisions here to be made. But nevertheless, he is obviously going to go for it. So, fusion. Misses. Twin linked. No. Cyclic iron rakers. 2 hits. Wounding on 2s. And that is 2 dead banshees because they don't have any invuln saves, and it is AP4 naturally. Charge distance, still 7 inches, and fleet +3 to the charge because we have banshees. Never mind. Forget everything I said. Banshees thankfully have banshee mask, so no overwatch. I just like, wait a second, don't they have anything defensive here? They do. They actually cancel out all kinds of overwatch thanks to their mask, and that also, by the way, helps against supporting fire too. Alright, so 7 inches it is. And that is 7 inches. I'm going to take that. That's actually 10 inches, by the way, because they add 3 to this. So we go straight forward, and then +3 on everything else. Raw. 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 And over here. Okay. All the banshees are in. Raider is dead, and that is that. Next thing is gonna be more marker lights. These 2 marker lights here are gonna be fired into the Star Weaver. 2 marker lights, these 2 tetras with 4 marker lights. You know what I'm trying to say. There we go. And that is 1 marker light hit. Uh-oh, that is not good for them. I'm gonna use the Storm Surge to shoot this guy with the rocket system, this guy with the pulse driver cannon, this guy with the smart missile system. All of these will activate their whatever it's called. It is called a Mirage Launcher, so they have a 4+ in 1 save against those shooting attacks. Alright, let's go. So, missile system first. That is 4. And that is another 4, and that's another 5. Pretty decent. I'm gonna use one of these, obviously. Hitting on 3s. Good thing we actually hit 1 marker light, because that is something we needed. And 5s to glance. Alright, that one would be dead, but it does have its saves. It is fine, and then we have 2 pens to save. 4+. It is not fine, so that one is wrecked. Exact same applies here. It is a wreckage. And actually, let me check. Does it? Yeah, actually it does. Okay. So that was pens. I just went to check. I think that was a glance that was 2 pens. So it does not explode. It's just shaking something. We have to take a test. We're fine, and we have to take a snap firing test. We're also fine. Okay. So these guys can disembark, and whoop, the Starweaver is dead. So guys, here disembarking is 4 players and a troop master, aka the troop, which I never call the troop because, you know, most of the time that it's more confusing than it's worth saying their name. Because troops and troupé or troop, I don't know. Okay, so the question is, where do they want to disembark? Do they want to charge a storm surge? I think so, because he's anchored down. He's very vulnerable right now. And if we manage to charge the Ivana, we can basically make sure that they waste their turns of shooting. But then on the other hand, this guy is still shooting, right? So if we distract him now, we can basically save some transports. Because he has to declare his stuff, but he can't keep firing if we just charge him down. Because there is a order here. This guy could supporting fire. These guys cannot, and this guy is obviously too far away, and he himself cannot fire Overwatch. We're gonna charge him. We're gonna live big here. So 3 inches away from the fin, because that's an open top transport right there. And then this guy over here, over here, and over here, and over here. Just like that. Okay, and they will declare a charge against him, because that triggered their... I want to say only in death, because it sounds very nice, but I think that's not how it's called. It's strength from death. I would like to call it only in death, though, because it's a really, really cool wording. Alright, do we Overwatch? That's a question here. Do we Overwatch with him? If I don't do it, he's gonna be done shooting, but... I mean, we're not gonna kill them with Overwatch, and there's nasty stuff inside of here. There's also nasty stuff inside of there. If any of this goes through, we die. Not sure. I think so. Let's do it. Come on. 1 shot with Overwatch. That's 1 wound on a 5 up, and that is no damage dealt. We also have the haywire shots, but those don't auto hit, so that's pretty bad. The Guevara has how many shots on the ion discharge cannon? 3. So 3 of them. Come on, boy, you got it. No, 0 hits, and that means I basically make the charge, because that's like 5 inches, which is a piece of cake for a unit that has fleet. And that is my troop in. Look at that, Harlequins making their charges. Who would have thought? In the enemy's shooting phase, that is. And guess what? We're gonna get a bunch of Hammer of Wrath attacks. Yep, we can actually stay here because we're not touching the Tetran. We're not in base contact with it, so we can still make our stuff. Actually, we can even move them a little bit, because we only have to place the first model like this. There we go. So they are in, and that is nice. So he stops shooting because that's immediately upon impact. He cannot fire, obviously, even though he declared his charges shots before. And then we continue with the rest of the shooting. We still have a Tetra squad over here that can fire. And I'm gonna fire that one into... Oh yeah, the Starweaver's dead, by the way. We're gonna fire that one into this one here. Whoops. We need more dice. Okay, that's more like it. 3 Markalites and Twin Linked. Just 3 Markalites. So 3 Markalites on that Starweaver. I'm gonna declare the Storm Surge fire into him, and Pulse Driver over here, I guess. So that's the rocket system. Normal rockets. Actually, yeah, we have to fire the other one too before, right? No, we can't reach anything. Okay, so in this case, we're gonna fire the D missile at this one here, so we can use the Markalite and the rest. And then the rocket system here, and Pulse Driver cannon over there, and Smart Missile system over here. Okay, so much for that. So let's fire the rocket first. Since it has an invuln save, it doesn't make sense to ignore cover. So for obvious reasons, we're gonna use One marker light to make it D, and two marker lights to increase our ballistic skill to ballistic skill 5. So hit another 2. And that's a D, and that's death. Nope. No saves against any kind allowed against this, because it's strength D and a 6 rolled. And that one is toast. Easy peasy. Next one. We have our cluster rocket system. I think it's actually pretty close to statistical, right? Don't quote me on this, because I didn't do the math really. It's just me thinking, and I don't know how I call it in English. Yeah, the issue is we don't have any ballistic skill because we don't have enough tetras. So ballistic skill pretty crappy, but we still get 2 pens and a glance here. That's a glance saved, and that's pens. Both go through. So that one is destroyed, and that means we have to check where we want to charge, basically. So we could try to charge from here to there. And that's a 8-inch charge. Or we could try to charge from here to here, which is a 10-inch charge. I think we take that one. Alright, so Star Weaver destroyed, and troop gets out. Actually, there's one dude? I'm not even sure who's inside of there. Who's the one dude? Let me check real quick. This one. That's the one dude. Okay, then that's the full 5-man squad, or 5 women something something. Get them over here, and then not drop them into the benches, please. Oh, there we go. And basically drop them out right here. Flip, 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 and flip. Okay. And that one is dead. Nope. Charge distance was, I don't know, 8 inches or something. Let's see how much we get. 8 inches seems to be fine. Yeah, that is exactly 8 inches. So Harlequins, whoop, 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 whoop. Making it in. Not all of them in base contact, but I mean, I don't think it makes a difference. I think they're just killing that one, and that's it. Okay. The delivery system, done. Next one. This Star Weaver here is gonna get shot at by the pulse driver cannon. Pulse driver cannon has this big blast here. Also already used its holo fields and everything, so no issue there. And we're gonna target right there, so we can clip the radar again, which cannot jink because it is not declared the target. Okay, that's a hit. It's auto-penetrating, auto-penetrating. Mirage doesn't do it. And it explodes, actually. Okay, so this one here explodes. How far? Nowhere. And then doesn't lance this one. So we remove the Star Weaver, we get our one dude. Where is he? There he is. Bloop, right there. Leadership test. Fine. Snap firing test. Fine. No destruction because he is outside before the transport, after the transport got removed, because it exploded, and that means he cannot do his soul burst action. Next one. Oh, actually, I only need to save one of them. Do I even have cover? No. So in this case, what happens? That is a it's AP2, yeah, AP2. So the weapon destroyed on this one, but no damage dealt other than that. Test on the ladies, they're fine. No snap-firing with their shooting pistols. Whoa, who cares? And then we have the smart missile system. Pew pew. Trinity. Glancing on fives. Hey, that's a pen. That one cannot be jinked disregardless what happens, so it's a stunt. Oh, actually, that one is dead. Whoops. Yep, there's all transport dead, pretty much. Okay, in this case, let's assume I would fire at the radar, obviously. So one hit on the radar, and it's fine. Okay. I already declared my charges, and I'm not sure how the Storm Surge does it now, because the issue is I can fire twice, because I anchored down, right? Because I have stabilizing anchors. Let's read the rule here real quick. In the shooting phase of the next round, in each subsequent shooting phase, a Storm Surge with its anchors deployed can fire twice. Make the second shooting attack directly after the first one has been resolved. I'm not sure what that means. Does it mean I declare my targets before? So would I have been able to shoot only at those targets? Or does that mean I declare my targets first, fire, and then declare my targets again, fire? I'm not sure how it's going to be played. Leave your comments if you know something about that. I'm going to do it like this. On a 4+, he should have declared his targets before, and I would have done that, obviously. Okay. So he could deploy... no, actually, if he's shooting those at the same time, I think he should declare the targets afterwards. Yeah, that makes sense. Because he is... I wouldn't see why it would say resolve them one at a time or whatever it did say there. If he couldn't do that. And I should have fired all his weapons at the same time if I didn't, because it has the same name, right? So let's assume he can pick new targets right now and fire. So we're gonna fire one S1 missile system into him, one rocket missile system in on this one. Here takes the pulse drive again. Okay, let's start. 2 hits here, and then another 2. No, not bad. I mean, 4 hits on the dude, wounds him on a 2 because it is strength 3, toughness 3, and he's strength 5 with his rockets. So we have 3 of them, and he gets his in one saves because I don't think there's any cover. And even if there was any, he would ignore that with his smart missile system. So that last player is blop, dead. Then against the radar, which is obviously gonna jink that because it does not ignore cover. Let's actually do this one first, because I can choose this order anyway, right? So, pulse driver. Moves over and clips both of these. So the crisis suit is dead. And then the radar has its jinx save, obviously. No. And then what happens? It goes boom, because it's 6+1, because it's open topped. And distance doesn't matter really, no. There is 4. Yeah, that's all ladies inside, because I did make all my armor saves, I remember. So we have 5, 10. Getting hurt on the 3 because their toughness 3, and that looks pretty bad for them. Uh-oh. It's actually 3, 4, 5. Pretty decent armor rolling, I guess. Oh yeah, I actually have to check for my Exarch. 5. Yes. No, doesn't hit her. Okay. And that is all of these dead. They are disembarking. Like so. And then they take a pinning check, which they pass. Then over here, rocket system. Whoops. 2, 3, 4, 5. Obviously, we're jinking that, just in case I didn't declare already that I'm jinking. And actually, we're close enough to the ghost key to reroll our hits. Whoops. Let me rectify that next time I do it, because I honestly can't tell anymore what's what. But, I mean, it should be dead pretty soon. Yeah. Does it explode? No. That's just a mobilize. Drops down to 1. And that is that. Next is Yavanna battle suits. That's the only thing I have left shooting. That's all I can do. 2 marker lights here. I lied. I have marker lights. Rerolling. 3 hits so far. 4 hits. I mean, those tetras are performing like holy cow, so good. And then the Yavanna battle suit is gonna open fire. I'm gonna fire my flamer first, and that's a pen. Doesn't blow up, and we have d6 on the girls inside, 3 hits on the ladies inside, wounding on 2s, and that's 3 dead. And we also have to see who is gonna get toasted here. Is it the lady or is it not? So Banshee Exarch. No, it's not the Banshee Exarch. And dead. Alright. Upon the dying transport dying. I wonder where is that last Starweaver though? Am I missing something here? Because there's still a troop inside of a transport. I don't know. I'll check out on that. There's still a troop not outside of its transport, and I don't really get where that one went. I think I missed something with the locking of the vehicles there. But let's resolve this one at a time first, and then I can worry about that. So radar goes down. It goes Gizmo. Dead. And then these girls here are disembarking. Where do we want them to disembark? Do we want to charge the Ivana suit, or do we want to try the storm surge? We can't get around the Ivana suit here, unfortunately. So we gotta take it. We are gonna take it. Yes, we're gonna take it. Yeah. So Banshee Exarch obviously not in the first rank, please. Thank you very much. And everything else doesn't matter. They are instantaneously charging. They are automatically in. They cannot get overwatched because they have Banshee Mask. And there we go. Sobo's action done. Because what else would we do with charging, right? Okay. And now let me find out what happened to my last Starweaver. Sorry. I think one of them exploded. But where is my last troop? Did I not deploy them? Because there's still 5 players over here that should be deployed. Let's deploy them real quick. I have honestly no idea. They're not in here. I know that. And they're not dead. I know that too. So this one charged here. This one charged here. And then this one here should have a troop inside. I'm also not sure if it exploded or anything, or it's just wrecked. In that case, it should have triggered the soul thing, but since we can't make any charges anyway, I'm just gonna deploy them as if nothing happened specifically. Like so. Alright. I'm not sure where they went. I'm honestly too tired actually to realize what's going on. Okay, and that is it. I took all my tests already. Don't have to do anything anymore, other than the benches losing a bunch of members, triggering a real morale test and not a pinning test or whatever you would want. Okay, that is it. So let's go to the assault phase here. Obviously, we have a bunch of assaults to do, and first we gotta do is take a bunch of fear tests here. So the Ghost Keel has to take a fear test, -2 leadership, which he doesn't pass. My Banshees also have to take a fear because they are also not fearless. And they also cause fear, and they pass. Alright. Then here on initiative 6, I guess the Banshee Exarch and also the Troop Master will go, right? Sorry, Troop Master initiative 7, so he's probably the fastest. And the Exarch is 6, yeah. So the Troop Master is going first here. We also have a Hammer of Wrath attack here. So how many? 1, wounding on a 2, that's a wound, and a armor save, that's a death. So 1 drone is down, and then the Troop Master gets to pie in and attack at initiative 7. He is in range with somebody who is in base contact, so he gets his attacks. He does not have anything apart from that though, so he's just gonna get his normal basic attacks, which is 3 plus charging plus close combat weapon, hitting on 3s. Ooh, that was a bad roll. And wounding on 6s, because it's majority toughness 5, right? And actually wounding on 4s, because he has Furious Charge. Haha. Nice. And that's 1 on the Ghost Gear. Then at initiative 6, the Exar gets to go, and also the Harlequin troop, or the players, or how you want to call them. We have 4 players. They have 2 attacks each, I think. Yeah, 2 attacks each, makes 4 on the charge, makes 16 players attacks. Hitting on 3s. And with Furious Charge, wounding on 5s. Ooh, only 3 wounds, but all of these are on these on the Ghost Gear here. And he makes them all, because he has AP, he has a 3-up armor save. Then the Exarch gets to go next. She has 2 attacks base, 3 for charging, hitting on 3s, and wounding on 4s, no saves. Nothing, god damn it, Banshees, please. And then the ladies themselves will also pie in fight. They don't necessarily have to pie in anywhere. So we have 9 Banshees. Each has 2 attacks because of the shuriken pistol and an additional 1 for charging. Hitting on 3s. Not really that good hitting here. That's cocked. And wounding on 6s, because they only have base strength 3. But no saves against this, so that's 2. And that is 1 drone dead and 1 wound on the Ghost Gear himself. Chip. And that means the drone don't get to attack, because they're initiative 4. Then the Ghost Gear is gonna hit back. He's gonna hit the Banshee squad, because they don't have in-1 saves. He hits once, because he only hits on 5s, and he wounds on 2s. He doesn't do anything, that means he's probably just outright dead. Because he is not fearless. He's just a monstrous creature, but he's a very sissy monstrous creature. Leadership 9 is down to leadership 3, because he lost by 4. And he has -2 leadership because of the Banshee Exarch. So he's basically running away, most likely. And he does not. Nice. Alright. So we're staying in combat unless I had hit and run, which I do. So I'm gonna escape, obviously. So the Harlequin troop is gonna hit and run into this direction to lock up that Storm Surge in close combat. And no, hit and run cannot take you off the table. Also FAQ'd. Just for the guys worried I'm gonna run off the table, I will not. So 9 inches. Obviously we're gonna have to fit through here somehow, so that's probably not gonna happen. But that's okay. Yeah, we can't touch them again. We cannot get into base contact with somebody. So we're moving like so. as close as we can. And then the Banshees will pie in at the end of the combat. And that's it. Nice. So very good going. If you're wondering why do I think it's a good going, the Banshees will destroy the Ghost Key on their turn most likely, and they get the Soul Burst to attack anyway. So it doesn't matter if I finish him my turn, their turn, no matter. They always get to attack a second time unless I don't kill anything. Now there is one thing happening though. I could have triggered this one here to charge them into here if I killed them, so that's the only issue with me not killing something within Soul Burst range, but who cares? I think they should have gotten a Soul Burst anyway. I just derped. That is all. Okay, let's do the Storm Surge next. Storm Surge is fearless. Harlequins are not fearless. And they've passed their test. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impact hits. And that is going to be the crucial thing here. Because those are strength 6. And he does not like that. Okay, that's a bunch of hits. Very average, actually one below average. Because it's D3 per Harlequin. Nice. We're wounding him on force because he's toughness 6. Also very average, actually above average wounding. He has 3+ saves against this, as far as I know. Uh-oh, which he doesn't make many of. And he also has Feel No Pain, being a gargantuan creature. Alright, so he takes 2 wounds to the face. That's actually pretty huge. Oh, not that many. 6. And then we get to attack with our power. So we have 4 attacks on him, and then 3 attacks. Sorry, 5 attacks on him, and 4 attacks on the regular Harlequin. I'm going to roll them all at the same time, because it saves me time. We're hitting on 3s, because we're way higher weapon skill than him. And we miss a bunch of times. And then we wound him on 6s, because we only have strength 4, and he is toughness 6 after all. 3 ups again. Failed 1. Feel No Pain. He makes that one. Okay, he made a bunch of Feel No Pains. 3 of them so far. And then he's gonna get to attack back. He has a whopping 2 attacks. So that's probably gonna break his neck here. So 2 attacks. 0 hits because he's hitting on 5s. And he doesn't have to take a leadership test because obviously he is fearless, being a gargantuan creature. And then we will try to hit and run this way, I think. Yeah, we can engage him with something else. We don't have to lock him down with something else anyway. And he can't overwatch, so we can just hit and run away into this corner here and then charge him, because we can go through here and escape. Okay, so basically we go into the other part of the map and we stop at the end of it, like around here and then over there. So basically exactly what I wanted. We can also try to assassinate a few ethereals and then charge again, by the way. Da-dum. Now we're really talking. Now we can see all the pain that this can cause in combination with hit and run. He's also not gonna get any storm attacks if you're running because he anchored down. He cannot move at all. He also, as far as I know, cannot consolidate because he cannot move at all. Under no circumstances, that's what the rule says. So I can actually lock him down. He cannot escape. Okay. That's that. Still no death, so still no extra trigger here or something. But we still have those Banshees against the Ravana suit. So first of all, we're gonna do the Exarch, who has the highest chance at actually doing something here, because she is uh-oh. That didn't work too well. He has to take a fear test though. He passes that one because he's leadership 9, right? Yeah. So even at -2, he passes that one. And the Banshees also pass theirs. Because everybody here is causing fear somehow, but doesn't take fear tests. But unfortunately, the Exarch misses, so we go back to the normal ladies. They have How many do I have left? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 6 Banshees are left. If you're wondering why do they get the same amount of attacks as she has a two-handed spear. So she gets less attacks. Obviously they have higher weapon skill because they're weapon skill 5. And that is one single wound because they are just saying strength 3. And he has a 2-up save against that. Yeah, he's fine. So he gets to punch back. With his sissy attacks, he has like, I don't know, 3? Yeah. Alright, so 3. Oh, wait a second. That die is a little bit screwed. What the heck? Alright, so 3 dice here. 2 hits actually. Oh, that's really good for him because that is gonna screw my combat resolution. No, it is double ones. So actually absolutely nothing happened here. Banshees will pie in. A little bit at least. No, they can't pie in anymore. So they're just locked up on combat here. And there is no difference. Okay. I believe that concludes the assault phase here. Because nothing else got charged and nothing else can charge, and all of this is resolved. Hit and runs are resolved. Leadership tests are resolved. We're done. Okay, that is Tau turn 2, even though it didn't look like Tau turn 2, but that's how you use Soul Burst. And that means it's Eldar turn 2. That means I have to do some movement here, and I need to declare, does the Solitaire actually want to blitz, or does he not? Let's look up the ability quick. So I'm not talking about wrong stuff here. There we go. So once per game at the start of the controlling player's movement phase, so right now, the solitaire can move in the following manner. Instead of moving normally, roll a number of d6 equal to the current turn number, which is 2. And then that's the number of inches he can move. So basically he doesn't do anything at the moment because we're already moving 12. And yeah, who cares, right? So he's gonna move this way for sure because he wants to charge the crisis suit over there. 6 inches, no problem with fleet. And then he can use that to hop around here and kill something else, maybe. Next is gonna be some Harlequins here. They are not slowed by terrain, so they can just hop, skippity jump over here. And then we just have to measure where is the closest way. So 6 inches to here would be 6 inches to charge him, and 6 inches over here would be 6 inches to charge him. So absolutely no difference for us. I'm just gonna move them over here, I guess. Gotta stay 1 inch away from that ghost here because we respect his private space and everything. And hop, skibbity jump over here. Nice. Next is the Banshees. Banshees are moving 9 because Banshees always add to their distance. Like... actually, like so. And then every Banshee that touches that terrain is not gonna move into the terrain because that's the maximum charge I can do, right? This here is the best 7 inches I can get. Okay. These Banshees are still in close combat, so nothing there. These guys here will try to climb that terrain. No, actually, they're not gonna try. They will climb that terrain because they have flip belts, so they can just move up into the second floor if they want to, and they can charge him too. I'm not gonna move them there, but we know they should be right here in the second floor, and they can just charge those storm surge as they like. Actually, I mean, I could try to destroy the Ethereal or the Tetras, but I'm not sure if I can do it. D6 Hammer Rough attacks means we expect 5, 10 hits. On 6 means 50-50. So we should destroy the Tetras, and that should trigger us attacking him. Yeah, okay. Let's just charge the Tetras. I mean, that's easy peasy. It's a 3-inch charge, and then we should do it. Okay. I could try to attack the Ethereals instead, but they are down here, and I don't necessarily want wanna move there anyway. Okay. Then these Harlequins here basically can decide if they want to join the Ivana fight, or do they want to attack these guys first and then consolidate into there. I think they're just gonna attack these, so I'm gonna move them in such a way where I can get 3 Hammer of Wrath at least, I guess. Now it's a little bit iffy because if I kill that, mm, nope, nope, no, 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 no. I'm gonna deny that. Why? Because I'm gonna get triggered by these guys here anyway when I destroy these. And that means I get a second soul burst action for these guys so that I can put them into the Ivana suit. So I'm gonna surround him, get the maximum amount of impact hits, and then attack him in some way, I guess. These guys here will get that guy locked up, so that's fine. These guys will charge into the Ghost Key as well, and then charge that one into here, or that one into here, or even into the Tetras. These guys are still in combat, so nothing to do there, and the Solitaire is already here in range. Okay, I think that's all I can do, right? It's a little bit complicated, but I think we got it. Okay. Let us shoot. Not much to do here, but a little bit. So shooting with the players. Shuriken pistols can't. They can actually glance the Tetra, so the Tetras don't have to jink here though, because I mean, doesn't do anything against them, so they're fine. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These guys into the Ivana suit, just for the lull. Heh, nothing. Actually, I have to reroll one of them because it's a Bliske 5. Oh, that's actually a wound, auto wound, and that's an in-1 save. He has a 5+ in-1 save against shooting this regardless. These guys here into the Storm Surge. Let's roll one separately this time because it's the Troop Master. There we go, he hits. Wounding on 6s. No, nothing. Banshees cannot fire into that close combat for obvious reasons. Not allowed to do that. And I think that's all the shooting I have because the Solitaire doesn't really do anything. Okay, so let's charge a little bit. These Tetras, this guy here can overwatch with his Flamer. 1 hit, 1 wound, and 1 3-up. In 1 save, charge distance. Easy peasy. Kablam. Over here. Into here. No overwatch possible here. Because this guy for sure wants to overwatch something else. Need 7 inches again, I think. Let's check actually. No, I need 6 inches even, so I can do it just fine. Oh, I don't make it, right? Because these guys here don't have anything. No. So the troop fails their charge. So we have to charge them sometimes else. These guys can still make it, because there's little room. Come on, ladies. You can do it. I'm just gonna fleet that, because that's not enough. Oh! 5 inches is not enough to make it. Okay. This is gonna get ugly, I feel. These guys here into the Ivana suit, I guess? Or do we still wanna charge the Storm Surge? No, the Ivana is more important here. Okay. 1 hit then. And a wound. And an in-1 save, so no damage dealt. And then we have Haywire. No. Oh, actually, I should have fired the... Whoops, I should have fired the Tetras first. Let's fire the Tetras first. Pew pew. Oh, 2 Morganite hits. Rerolling. No. Let me see. 5s, 4s. I think 1 maybe. 1 might have hit. And we have In one saves? Yeah, okay. So nothing matters here. We just save the Haywire Burst Cannon hit, and the Flamer auto hits already, so there's no difference here with the marker lights. And that's it. Yeah, because everything else is in close combat or is a Genshin creature, so they can't overwatch anyway. Um, oh, I have my rifles though, right? My rifles. Nope, everything misses. Piranhas have little pulse rifles, so those missed as well. Nearly forgot those. Okay, we automatically in. Don't have to roll. Bop, 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 bop. There we go. 5 hammer rifle attacks. Next one. Into the Tetra unit. We're in. Actually, I can reroll the one with fleet. Yep, there we go. So everybody is in. They're basically going from here to here. And everybody can reach them with hammer rifle too. I believe that is all I can do. Alright, let's start with the Solitaire then, because he's fun. Right? He has 6 basic attacks, I think. Yeah. So 6 basic attacks, also 2 close combat weapons, also charging. And, whoops, wait a second. We have to roll for one of them separately. Because he has both the Embrace and Kiss. I don't know. So the special attacks misses anyway. Okay. And then these here are all done with the Kiss, I guess. Nope, that's not the Kiss. That's the Caress again. Huh, too much new words. Each roll to 6 by this weapon causes a single automatic wound and is AP2. So in other words, he's dead. before even I need to roll for wounding here, because he's 3 times over dead. Okay. I'm gonna consolidate. Now this is another thing. Do I consolidate first or do I charge first? I think I'll consolidate still. But that triggers my Soul Burst action, so I can still try to charge again. Let's see if I can do it. Fleet. Yep, I do it. So, over here into the Tetras. But I don't get to attack, obviously, because my initiative step is over. But that's just some additional movement for him, basically. Okay. So next thing is Banshees against Ghost Kill, because we need to kill that guy in order for these guys to charge here, and then for them in order to charge here again. These Banshees I can't get them in pretty much. It's impossible. So let's do the test real quick. He's fine. They can reroll that because they are aspect. Everything is fine. No fear caused. And we have the Exarch. 1 hit and 1 wound. No saves, so he's down to 1 wound. And then the ladies get to pie in 2. Like so. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Banshees remaining. That means we get 7 times 2's attacks because we have Shuriken Pistols and Power Swords. Hitting on 3s and wounding on 6s. Yep, he is dead. So as he dies, we're gonna trigger Soul Burst, and we can trigger 2 Soul Burst actions because of the detachment. These guys here will make a charge attack against the Storm Surge. And they make it. Who would have thought? Dunk. Dunk. Actually, we can make this a little bit more efficient. Like so. 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 And so. And the Banshees can also do a assault. Thanks to Soul Burst. And they make it too. So we go here. And here. And here. And here. Because we have 10. 11, 14 inches charge, so these Banshees are so in, you wouldn't even believe. Okay. These guys are still locked in combat, so there's nothing happening there. And that means we go to the next combat. So next combat, I'm gonna do this one here. Actually, is that right? If I do this one, I can trigger No, a Storm Surge can never Overwatch. All Gargantuan creatures are not allowed to Overwatch. Ever. And these guys already fired Overwatch anyway. They cannot help him out. Okay, I think we have to fight this one first, though. If we get this one first, we get to charge another target. And I don't know, it doesn't make a difference, does it? Let's roll some tests here first. So, test on the Ivana suit. That doesn't matter actually, we have fire weapon skill on him anyway. Yeah. But test on the players. No, the tests they are so incredibly non-feared. And then we have the crucial attacks here. We got some Hammer of Wrath. Oh, that is way above average. Got 2 above average, nice. And we wound him on 4s. That is below average, but that's fine with the good rolling before. And he also gets 2 up saves. Oh, he almost failed 2 of them, but he only fails 1 in the end, so the Ivana suit drops down to 3 wounds. And then we can do the players and the what was I going to try to say? The troop master and the players at the same time. There we go. Like so. Okay. That is a good amount of hits, hitting on 3s with everything, because our weapon skill is much higher than his. One of them is cocked though. And we are wounding on 6s. Yeah, only 2 wounds. And 2 up armor saves. No, he makes them. Okay, he's gonna hit back on 5s, and he misses entirely. He loses combat by 1, and that is a fail. Do we overrun him? We do, because we automatically are way, way, way faster than him. And that is a dead guy, because a Ivana suit is not fearless as far as I know. I'll check though, before I run away. Uh, Ivana battlesuit is... No, not fearless. As all Tau, he is leadership 9 in this suit, but he is not fearless at all. Can I do anything else about it? No. He would use ethereal leadership, but ethereal leadership doesn't do anything on double 6s. Okay, so he is overrun, and that means we trigger our extra attacks, and we can charge again. This time we're gonna charge the next Ivana suit. And how far do we make it? I'm gonna reroll just the one, because I will make it no matter what. So 6 inches charge distance. Here to here. Unless I'm mistaken. Do I cheat here? I don't think so, no. We already hit and run out of the combat, so we should be in here. Actually, this guy can go even further. He can move his to full 6. He just has to end in close combat at the end. Like so. Yeah. Okay. So let us continue combat here. These guys here and the Ivana suit gonna fight. So we have a fear check on the Ivana that I don't have to roll because he already fails most of the time, and because he has lower weapon skill. The Banshees pass on 9, and the Harlequins also pass on a 7. Now these guys, I don't think they would get another Hammer of Wrath, because we already did the initiative 10. And that means the Banshees get to fight as normal, basically. So the Exarch. Oh, come on, guys. Or girls. You can do it. There we go. It's an automatic wound on him, because it is AP2 with the Executioner Spear. And then the rest gets to go. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so 6 more Banshees. And we are hitting him on 3s, because his weapon skill is not existent. And we're wounding him on 6s. That's a 1. And that's a save. Then he gets to attack back. He's going to choose the Banshees. Does he actually have 3 attacks? I'm not sure about that one. Usually they only have 2, but I mean he's in a elite suit, so might be. Yeah, he has 3 attacks. Okay, I was gonna say. Yep, there we go. So he doesn't make any wounds here. Yeah, that was a charge into combat though. There was a charge because you're charging in your own turn again, but the initiative step it keeps staying the same. So these guys would would get anything below that, but since they already made their normal attacks, they don't get anything below initiative. They get only the stuff below initiative. That's the detachment rule. So the Harlequins can't attack here. However, he took a wound, so he might run away and get overrun as well. But he passes on a 4, just as easy peasy. Okay, so we stay here in combat unless I choose to hit and run. Um, do I hit and run? I think so. I need to hit and run. Do I? Yes, I do. Actually, I do. Um, no Sober's action for the Banshees though. So, whoops. We need a test first. We pass, and then distance for hit and run is 8. To this direction, obviously, because I want to kill the Storm Surge at some point. And we go over there. Ignore these troops here, by the way. They are not existent. They're inside of the building, and I don't want to move them every time. Okay, and the Vanna suit is obviously still locked in combat with the Banshees, and they stay as he made his test. Okay, then these 5 here against the Tetra. I might actually be able to destroy the Tetras just with Hammer of Wrath. We don't need to necessarily attack, unless we fail this roll. No, that's average, actually. Yeah, that is pretty average. A little bit below, but who cares? Yeah, that is fine. That is totally fine. It's all strength 6 because it's Harlequins. So that's 1 dead Tetra, and that is a possibly exploding Tetra. Whew. Okay, he doesn't explode, so they get wiped. That means we trigger our Strength and Death. That means we can do another charge into the Storm Surge with our full attacks, by the way, because we killed it with Hammer of Wrath. That means we don't get the initiative 10 again, but we get initiative 6 and 5. And we make it into the Storm Surge. I'm going to put some at least on top so you can imagine where they should be. It's just really, really annoying to move models in this way in the Tabletop Simulator. Yep. Hey, nice. That is a really cool Harlequin move. Cool. And then the Troop Master too. Yeah, like this. I don't know. They should be down here, you know. And they also count as being in base contact because that is how wobbly model system works. Okay. No slowing through terrain or anything because they have flip belts. And we get to attack with our normal attacks. No Hammer of Wrath, unfortunately, but that's fine. We might actually deal some damage. You never know. And since he can't stomp, he's actually pretty screwed this turn. So we have 5 attacks and then 4 each. Good, exactly. Hitting on 3s. Oh, whoops. I need to do a fear check. There we go. They're not afraid. And wounding on 6s with strength 4. No, that's a wound, which he passes. He's gonna attack back with mighty 2 attacks. 2 attacks. Dun 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 dun. Hitting on 5s. Nope. And we stay locked in combat unless I want to hit and run, which, oh wonder, I do not want. Because why should I? I don't know. There's no reason to hit and run here. And that means the entire tower is pretty much locked up in close combat, unless it is a marker light, which is pretty nice. Let me go back to this combat here. The Storm Surge gets to attack, but nobody else, because they already fought at the initiative step before. So I think we resolved everything, right? We resolved these guys' initiative, and yeah, I think we have to kill him with the Banshees. I'm pretty sure we had to. I don't remember. I should have wrote down basically on what initiative step they are. It's really annoying with the rule because you have to remember that stuff, but I don't know. The question is, where did these Harlequins come from? These Harlequins here fought and then hit and run over there. They charged in here and hit and run over there. These Harlequins here were locked in combat with him, fought him, and moved over here, right? Hmm. I can't actually remember. Let's say they don't get their attacks, just to be safe here. And then the Storm Surge misses before the 6 attacks. Okay, so that's a locked combat. I could try to hit and run, but I think I'm Gucci. I don't want to hit and run in this case. Or do I? Actually, I want my Hammer of Wrath attacks again. Yeah, let's hit and run. So initiative test is fine. And direction is gonna be to this direction. So towards the table edge, pretty much. Yeah, 12 inches is fair deal. Yep, exactly to the table edge. Because he's still in with the Banshees. And then he doesn't get to stomp me. And I get my Hammer of Wrath attacks again. Hooray. Let's escape. Okay. Yeah, they should be a little bit more over here, as usual, but it doesn't make a difference at all. I mean, the Tetras is not going to kill them, and that's the only thing that can actually kill them at this point. Okay, that is Tau turn 3. That was Tau turn 2, right? Yeah, exactly. Alright, so Tau turn 3. These guys are moving. A little bit at least. I mean, they are not in the game anymore. They're basically walking free kill points and they're not in the game. The Tetras are gonna have to pull their weight here. So I'm gonna move them over here and then move those Tetras over here. And those Tetras will back the heck off. Basically, I have to do something here, but at the same time I can't do anything. The Storm Surges are gonna retract their anchors, by the way, because they want to stomp finally. That's the only thing they can do this turn. They need to stomp or they die after time. Tetras here gonna fire their Macalites into that Solitaire, because that's the best thing we can do. The Solitaire can do massive damage against the Storm Surge, so we have to kill him. And we're gonna Macalite first. Sorry. A little bit ill, as you can tell. So 3 Macalites into him. And where's that? Macalite? Right there. They cannot use that, obviously, because it's not networked Macalites, but we can fire our pulse rifles. Pew pew. And we miss everything successfully. Nice. Is it twin linked? I don't think so. It is twin linked. Okay. I did not realize. I should have overwatched with twin linked pulse rifles then. My bad there. Oh, that's 4 hits. Winning on 2s, I believe, because it is strength 5 and he's only toughness 3. But he makes a 666 in one save, or, yeah, in one save actually. Easy peasy. And then the second Tetra Squad, who is obviously gonna turn, just in case you didn't notice. I'm gonna use 3 marker lights to increase my ballistic skill to ballistic skill 6. Not gonna bother for shooting the marker lights because we don't have anything else that can use it. Hitting on 2s, rerolling, and wounding on 2s with 3+ invuln saves, and he's totally fine. Okay, that's probably game over because the Solitaire is making armor saves like crazy, and then these Tetras over here can just fire at the Harlequins. That's all they can do because they don't profit from their own marker lights here. That doesn't look good. 2 misses, rerolling. 1 hit, winning on 2. And a cover or invuln save, and they make it. Nothing. And that is all I can do. We have 1 run move. And 1 run move. Oops, sorry. I can't see anything. Only 2 inches. These guys don't make it. That's basically the issue with them. Yeah, that is close combat, I guess. So close combat, we have this guy against the Banshees. The Banshees will pie in. 2 attacks from the Actually, first of all, fear test. So, fear test passed. Executioner. One hit. One wound. I'm not sure about that one. I think the Benji Exarchs have... Yeah, it's strength 5, I think. Let's check real quick. I don't think it's enough. Benji. Don't do it. But I believe it's +2 strength, and they only have base strength 3, right? Yeah. Feels bad, man. So it doesn't even wound him. And that means the other ladies have to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 14 attacks. Hitting on 3s because of weapon skill 5. Not so good. And wounding him on 6s. No armor. Nice. And Pheno Pain against that. Which he both makes. My goodness, this guy makes Pheno Pain like no one else. Holy moly. 2 attacks from him though. Let's see if we can crunch a Banshee. Nope, he doesn't hit, because my weapon skill is way too high. That's the issue with the Storm Surge. It's basically utterly useless as soon as he's in close combat. I just have to see what the anchor says here. I believe he can stomp still. Let me see. No, he can. He can retract the anchors at the beginning of any movement phase, which he did, and then he can make stomp attacks as normal. Okay, so he's gonna pray for some good stomps here, because otherwise he's basically toast. Oh, 3 stomps though. That can be very, very nasty. Okay, let's put those stomps right there. Yeah. What happens on the first stomp? They did. And on the second one, that's wounds, and then the third one is also wounds. Okay, so we have 5 guys dead. 3. Is the executioner? No, the executioner is not down there. And then we also have 10 wounds. 10 wounds, not 10 wounds. 10 2 wounds. And against those we have the armor saves. No. Entire Banshee squad is wiped. Uh-oh. Consolidating. 4 inches. Feels bad, man. Okay. Storm Surge is free for 1 round. And then he can't overwatch anyway, so... No. Not really free. He's just gonna be in close combat with something else than Banshees. These Harlequins here against the Storm Surge. So we have 4 attacks on the Troop Master, and then the players hitting on 3s, unless they're afraid. I already forgot to check again. No, they're not afraid. Their leadership is not that low. And if you're a laughing clown with no saves in the grimdark future, you don't know fear anyway. Okay. 6s. Oh, that's 2 6s. Come on, Storm Surge. Yep. Can you feel some Pheno Pain? Nope. Pheno Pain does not work. He drops a wound. And that means he is on the move. Nope. Misses. Just gonna place it right next to me. What happens? Let me check. We can hit 2. So 2 Harlequins dead. Yep. And that means I lose combat by 1. No, nothing happens. Do I hit and run? Yes. I don't make it. So we stay in combat with the Harlequins. Okay. Not a good trade, but he got a good stomp attack, so that's not good. And then last, the Ravana against the Banshees. 2 attacks from the Executioner. Pew pew. Actually, fear test. Passed. 2 attacks from the Executioner. Actually, fear test. Pass. God damn it, I keep fucking this up. The Ivana has to take a fear test, the Banshees have to take a fear test. They're both not fearless. Now back to the Executioner. My goodness. Okay, so Executioner misses, and then we have 6 more Banshees. And hitting on 3s. That's a cocked 1. Nope. And wounding on 6s. Nope. Ivana suit. Mm-hmm. He managed to hit a lot, but he can't wound for anything. Oh, he can. Okay. So in this case, we have 2 Banshees getting squished. Because they don't have any armor saves against that. And that means they need to take a leadership test. Which they pass. And we pie in. Yeah. Nothing else to be done here. That is everything we can do. But that was rather successful. We have some really good stomping going on. Good amount of stomps and good quality of stomps. But they're not out of it yet because we can attack again, and then the Solitaire is gonna join the party, and he's gonna probably blitz this turn. Okay. Eldar turn 3. So Eldar turn 3, we're gonna actually activate blitz, as I already said. See how far he goes, 9 inches. Over here. Right there. And then the Banshee Horde is gonna move forward. Oh, actually, they have to move to cover there, right? Yeah, they have. Okay, do I have to move for cover? I don't think so, but it doesn't matter. 5 inches plus 3 is 8-inch movement. That is enough, disregardless. Like so. Oh, did I want to... Oh yeah, right, I messed up my hit and run. Yeah, I get it, I get it. Okay, so the issue is, how do we do this? I think these Harlequins charge into here, kill him, and then charge into here. Sounds pretty optimistic, but I mean, in the end, the Solitaire is going to be in close combat with him anyway. And we have another group of Harlequin also here, so we can also charge into the Ivana suit, and then try to charge into this guy afterwards. Sounds like a plan. Okay, so we're gonna hop skippity jump all of the troops into a position where they can basically get Hammer of Wrath attacks. And fall onto the Ivana. Yeah, it doesn't matter. He can stay where he is right there, and then we know he's in close combat. These guys will also position themselves, clowning around. No, it doesn't matter. They could have put them a little bit closer here, and then the one guy doesn't get his Hammer of Wrath no matter what. These guys are staying in combat, they have to, and that guy has to stay where he is too. I don't think I have anything else left, right? Yeah, I mean, I have Lamians. 2 Lamians. No, Lamians don't care. Actually, upon destruction of the Banshee squad, I could have moved with my shadow. Nah, okay, so I did a mistake here. Upon destruction of the Banshee squad, I should have done an action with the other guys, because there were guys that were not locked in combat. I'm not sure if they made their soul burst action in the Tau turn already. I don't think so. I think I missed out here. I think I should have charged them in here and then maybe killed them. Okay, so my mistake. Getting sleepy here. I'm from Germany. As you can tell by my accent, I think. Okay, Solitaire. Yeah, he's gonna make that charge. No problem. Okay, got some pew pew going on here. Nope. 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 What the hell? Okay, there we go. So, okay, 1. Oh, he makes a save. Okay, so no Tetra Overwatch hurt him at all. Basically, he just gets... Oh yeah, the shooting with the Banshees. Okay, never mind. 8 inches, there we go. I'm sorry, the Banshees should have fired their Shogun pistols first. Oh, Big Shoryuken action here. But I'm not kidding. The freaking Shoryuken Pistols can do a lot of work just because of the sixes to wound and something. No, but not this time. Do I have anything else I shoot here? No, this is all close combat. There's no difference here. These guys here will... these girls, sorry, these gals will also charge. Yeah, they're in. Aha! We have no clue what happened to the other Banshee squad, but I'm sure they didn't get stomped to death. I'm sure we're fine. Totally good. And then these guys here all automatically make it in. They're not getting slowed by terrain anyway. Hop, skippy, jump. And fall on the Ivana suit, of course. Okay, I know how many are in, that's fine. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Hammer Froth attacks, and then we can continue. Funny enough, the guys not getting the Hammer Froth attacks will get their Hammer Froth attacks on the Storm Surge, because they didn't attack. I mean, kind of. I don't know. But it's gonna be resumed at their initiative steps, so they kind of would not get them. I don't know. I have to, I'll look into it on the weekend and do some rule roundup thing. I don't know. It's a very cute accent. I don't know. I can't tell. I'm German anyway. Solitaire? Yeah, Solitaire is obviously initiative step 10, I think. He is pretty fast. So the question is, do I resolve this one first or do I resolve the other one first? I think this one is the smartest one because these guys will be able to consolidate into this combat instead of this one. Yeah. Okay, so a Solitaire has a whopping 10 attacks this turn because he used his Blitz, and he also has 2 close combat weapons, and he did charge. So that is a bunch of attacks. And now mind you something, all 6s here will be auto-wounding, I think, and this one here will be strength 6 AP2 attack. So that's a lot of attacks, and he can use both of his weapons at the same time, because one of them is going to be triggered upon wearing the weapon, and the other one is triggered upon using the weapon. Just to make that clear what that works. Otherwise he would be able to use only one, of course. Alright, so no fear check on the Solitaire because he's fearless. No matter what. Let's take the fear check on the Banshees because I always forget. And they get to reroll that because they are aspect warriors. Yeah, there we go. Banshees basically fearless. Alright, let's see some 6s here. Nice. Okay, that is going strong. That's an instant death wound. And that's 3 auto wounds. And that is only very, very few missed too. Okay, so we have the Kiss. Let's see. I think it's strength 6. Pretty sure it is. Where is it? There's my Solitaire. Harlequin's Kiss is Kiss of Death. Is strength 6 AP2. And it rolls a 6. To wound, it has instant death. Okay, so let's see. Give me another 6, please. Yes! Alright, so that's an instant death wound. So he takes D3 wounds instead, since he is a super heavy, Gargantuan creature. So how many wounds does he take? Nice, that's 3 wounds right off the bat, because he doesn't get Pheno Pain against that, because it has instant death. And then we have 3 wounds here, I guess, because of the Caress, and what special? Caress of Death, okay. Who would have thought? Caress of Death. 6. Causes a single automatic wound, okay, so we have it, and it's AP2. So he gets 3 Pheno Pains against this, and that means he is left on 1 single wound. And then we're gonna resolve the normal attacks, because he still has normal attacks as he has it, and that is another 2 wounds. And those are resolved as normal. Pheno Pain. Ah, he makes it. God damn it. The Storm Surge survives on 1 single wound, but we still get our Banshee attacks. So we have 3 attacks with the... I have no clue what it's called. The cool spear. That's what I'm trying to say. Hits 3 times, and he is dead. Alright, so Banshee Exarch takes him out. And kills this little guy that should be on here, not the head, because this Storm Surge for some reason has a open-topped capsule for the drivers, or how we call them, the pilots. So yeah, she basically killed that one, and he is gone. Cool.
So that means we can attack again. That's pretty far. But there's some ethereals back there. I don't know. I think I cannot reach them, even if I try to. This one is obviously filled with guys, so we can't get there. But this guy here can see the ethereal. So he's gonna charge the ethereal for sure. Go for some YOLO action here. That's a fleet. No. And the Banshees can just charge the Tetras, I guess, because they don't have anything else as a target here. I can reroll that one. Yeah, nice. Ayo, let's get him. The Banshee Exarch is gonna deal maybe some damage, and the others will probably not, because they have strength 3 against armor 10. Not very likely. But that's okay, they can't get to the Storm Surge, he's too far away. Okay, 8 attacks on the Vanna suit. 8 attacks, sorry. 8d3 Hammer of Wrath attacks on the suit. On initiative step 10. That's 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. Nice. Looks like we're above average here, and we're wounding him on 4s. Nice, also. Actually pretty... No, it's above statistical. Okay. Ivana's suit. Going strong so far, because there's 2 cocked dice, but no ones yet. Let's see it. Oh, he's totally fine. God damn it. So no damage dealt to him by the Hammer of Wrath. And next we have the Troop Masters. And everything else, basically. Because do I want to resolve them separately? Yeah, okay, why not? I mean, we have to resolve them separately in terms of strength from death, because I would get to attack with the other guys in the other combat if I don't use them at their initiative. Okay, that's 2 wounds, I guess. Come on, Mana suit. Nah, he is going strong. And then we go do the rest of the attacks. So we have 4 attacks from each player times 8. Because we have 8 of them in close combat. Somehow. I love it. Usually I never get Harlequins in close combat. And that is a bunch. Oh, yeah. Before we do anything, fear checks. As always. Alright, fear check. We good. We good. Banshees. Good. And the guy himself is not good. On 11 he doesn't make it. So he's scared, which doesn't matter at all, because he's already so crappy in close combat that he doesn't hit me anyway, so yeah. Ooh, not a single 6 was rolled for this day. Poor Banshees. They're gonna get smacked again. But not before they get to attack. So we have the Exarch, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 Banshees left. 2 attacks from the Exarch. Give it a... Ah, damn it. How many? I already forgot again. God damn it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4. Okay. So 4 normal Banshees attacks. 6, 8. Because of Power Sword and Shuriken. Hitting on 3s and wounding on 6s. And god damn, do they wound. Okay, now he needs to fail some 2-up armor saves though, because he made all of them so far. And he fails 1 single armor save after all of that. Holy moly. Okay. Now he gets a hit back. So far he has been hitting very well. And now he misses everything, of course. So let's see. Does he actually run? Because I would love that. He is -2 leadership because of my Exarch. So let's see it. No, he's definitely not running. And we stay unless I want to hit and run. Which I do. Yes. Initiative test. We fine. Initiative test. We fine. Okay, all Harlequins are going that way, and we assume we're gonna get the like half decent rolls, so they will move into this corner, and then the other squad will also move into this corner too. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother, because as you can see the Storm Surge is bugging me out completely, but we should be down here in the corner camping somewhere, And this guy is locked in combat with those and stays. Um, these Banshees here would still get to attack, but the Banshee Exarch already did attack, and she's the only one that can actually hurt the Tetras. So they're pretty much like, oh, they made the charge, but nothing happened at all. And then over here we have the 3 lonely survivors, the players. One of them being the Troop Master, of course. Whoop. Nah, that's a little bit too much though. 3s, 3, 4, yep. And they're hitting on 3s. Oh yeah, fear check. They're fine. Both hit, by the way. I just derped out and rolled the same dice. And we need 6s to do anything to the Storm Surge. That's a wound. That is a failed save. And that is a Pheno Pain, of course. They're doing really well, like rolling dice for the Tau. Amazing. He gets to punch back though. Is he gonna land his first hit? Yes, he does. And it's a wound, and it's a death. Okay, so that's the first Harlequin that actually got punched to death by a Storm Surge for that matter. Okay, fighting combat here. We're fine. And let's see. 2. What happens on the results? They're not dead yet. Okay. So let's see how much damage does he do. So 2 wounds so far. 3 wounds. Okay, that's gonna hurt. Oh, 1 Harlequin is still alive. No, actually, nah, she got stumped. Or it. Or he. I don't know. I don't even know. Okay, so they are pretty much dead. No, there was 1 left. I lost 2. I lost 2. There should be 1 Harlequin left. Whoops. Unless I'm mistaken, there should be 1 left here. Is there 1 gonna hit and run though? No, she's not. He's not. I don't know. I think the Harlequins are he's and she's. Pretty sure about that. Because, yeah, it would make sense. The Eldar always have mixed genders. Gender equality right there. Okay. I think that is all. The question is, do I need to continue? Now, these guys here can fire again. So let's just assume they fired again. These Banshees don't make a difference at all. I'm just gonna shoot into the Solitaire and see if I can kill him. That's basically the idea here. If he's dead, maybe I have a chance, but after that, you saw what happened to the Storm Surge, to the poor one. Nope. And the other ones, we're gonna use the marker lights. 3 hits. Only on 2s. They might kill him if he fails all 3 saves, which he doesn't, so he's still alive. And the other cannot even target him because he's too far away. They're gonna shoot into the Harlequins, I guess, again. 2 shots with the poles. Actually, only 2 shots, sorry. Okay, it doesn't matter. They didn't wound anyway, but they should have only had 2 shots because they're too far away. Yeah, that's it. Nothing else. These guys here would obviously shimmy shimmy a little bit to here. There we go. These guys are still moving and running, and let's just ignore them because they're not gonna make it into combat like anytime soon. And then we can just go to the Ivana fight for now. So fear check. Hey, I remembered, and I made it too. He also made it, but it doesn't make a difference. Banshee Exarch. That looks good. 5s. That also looks good. So that he loses 1 wound. He's almost dead. Oh, I should have activated his Nova Reactor though. Whoops. Yeah, he's fine. Okay, so he still has his reactor up, I guess. Yeah, so he would make it. And then we have how many Banshees? 4 Banshees again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 Banshees attacks. That's 2 I didn't roll. Pretty decent hitting. Need 6s to wound though. It's always the issue here. No, not really. Him? What's that? That's a cocked die. And oh no, he killed a Banshee. No. Splat. Okay. Leadership test. They're okay. So he gains his wound back. He has a 3 up in 1 in close combat, I believe. I'll look it up real quick. I completely forgot to activate his Nova there, but he should have had it. 4 plus, and where's my Rector? 3 plus, yeah, okay, so he should have survived that because he took the spear to the face, but he has his in-1 save, and he still should be on 2. And the Banshees make their leadership test, so they will stay locked in combat, and that is that. Yeah, I believe that is everything, right? Oh no, we have the Storm Surge, right? Storm Surge, I completely forgot about him. We have 3 attacks from the player. 3 hits. Ah, leadership check. No, she's not scared for the 10,000th time. And then the Storm Surge can get his attacks back. Oh, he actually hits twice. That's impressive. And does she flip? Yeah, she flips around and nothing happens. Stomp. Misses. Nice. That's good. Come on. Yep, that's a wound maybe. It is. No, actually, it was. Yeah, it was. And she makes a one save. Nice. So she's still alive. Going strong. Does she wanna hit and run? I believe so. Yeah, why not? Let's try and hit and run. Come on. Yep, she does it. She's gonna hit and run exactly like the others, so into this corner. 3d6 inches down there. Whoop, 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 whoop. Over here. And he consolidates, I guess, like a few inches. I mean, he can come down, but he doesn't want to come down, so no, not really. I don't know. He's probably dead next turn, so no matter what. Okay, that is all the Tau can do. So basically, didn't even score a kill point there. And we will see if the Solitaire can wipe house here. I think he can, but yeah, that's 7 wounds. He should be able to do that. 6, 6. Yeah, he can do it. All right, so 1 more turn, I believe. Might be even more, but we do it. So 9-inch movement for the Banshees, because they can. And then 6-inch movement for him here, and then 2 levels up brings him up to. Come on. Oh, no. He doesn't make it. So we're gonna gizmo him into the position where he should be, which is right below that Storm Surge. And then the Harlequins will all move up, and they will all move 3 inches over and over. So they should be all down here. Then we can, we can shoot the Shuriken pistols, I guess, but we can't really see them with much. Let's say we have like 6 Shuriken pistols, just because I don't want to forget to shoot them. And we're also gonna make the, should have made the what's it called? Troopmaster shooting, but I didn't, so my bad. And that's actually a wound, because he doesn't get cover, because he's a gargantuan, and he fails his Pheno Pain against the Shuriken Auto AP2 hit. I don't know what it's called. Blade Storm. Right, Blade Storm wound. So he actually loses 1 to Blade Storm. That's actually nice, because I can soften him up a little bit at least. And then we're gonna charge with basically everything I have. They cannot overwatch because they're too far away. He's in. They are also in, but I'm gonna re-roll for more. Yep, okay, that's 6. Should be in. And the next one is also in, but I'm gonna re-roll both. Yep, 7 is in. And then the Lonely Harlequin back there, if she can make it even. 8 inches is 3, 6, 8. Yeah, it makes it in 2. Because they're not getting slowed by terrain at all, since they have flip belts and can hopefully jump basically up the building. I cannot place the models here no matter what, but that doesn't matter. They can still fight, because you can measure from here up to 6 inches, and you're still considered as being in base contact. And you have wobbly model syndrome, because this guy is just too fat. You can't fit anything on there as well. So we consider all of them in base contact. And I'm gonna say I can also get enough in here to get the hammer of attacks from them. Yeah, basically what the funny thing is, I'm gonna roll the Solitaire first. Why? Because the Solitaire has the same initiative as normal Hammer of Wrath attacks. So he's basically as fast as people can jump on something, he's already attacking at that point, which is pretty funny. I still will take my test though on the Harlequin troops. Yeah, they all pass, no matter what. Would even pass on a 9. And then the Solitaire gets to go. Now, unfortunately, he can't blitz this turn, so he just has his 8 attacks and not 12. Oh, wait a second. I already forgot his kiss. Let's not forget him kissing. There we go. Yeah, kiss hits. Beautiful. No auto winning though. It's Batman. Does it cause instant death? No. And his normal attacks? No. Yeah, the Solitaire did no wounds. So much for that. And then we have 5 Hammer of Wrath attacks at initiative step 10. Like so. Strength 6. And that means wounding on 4. And armor saves. And feel no pain. Nice. Down to 4 wounds. And then we can go everything else at the same time, because I'm not going to resolve that one at a time. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. By the way, I think one of the Harlequins survived, by the way, because the Troopmaster has 2 wounds. I did forget to mention that, but he should have had tanked a little bit more. So 5, and then the player's attacks. Hitting on 3s, because nobody's scared of nothing. Pretty solid. Come on, guys. Looks also pretty solid. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds. Okay, Storm Surge is going really, really well with the saves today, though. So that he might actually be able to survive that. Yep, that looks pretty much like it. He takes 2 additional wounds. That means he drops down to 2 wounds remaining. But he's still alive. He's gonna try to kick the Solitaire and misses. And he can also stomp, I guess. Okay. Let's just resolve and see what it is. It's not removing from play, so I think at this point I should just surrender. I'm gonna do the Banshees though. I really want those Banshees to do something this game. Let's go, ladies. We got him. Alright. I can totally believe you got it, right? You have to believe, otherwise you can't make it anyway, right? So all Executioner Great Spears. Oh, they're actually causing wounds now. What's happening? Yeah, he's dead. Probably. So we have 4, 5, 6 Banshees, and then 12, and then we have also 4 remaining. So 1 wound we still have to deal, and then he's dead. You can do it. I know you can do it. Oh, poor Banshees. Okay, he's gonna attack again. He's gonna hit. And yeah, it's too dead. Feels bad, man. 9? Yeah, fine. And fine. So he's dropping down to 1 wound, and he's still alive, and we're still fighting. God damn it. Yeah, I think we can just skip to the next assault. I just want to do one more assault, because this guy should be dead, and this guy should be dead too. And that's basically game. Let's do the Solitaire quick. Maybe he can do it this time, because he has a lot of RNG that he has to make this work. But if he does, he's gonna be the one. Yeah, but I don't have to check for the fear, because he hits me on 5s anyway, right? So doesn't make a difference. I think I fucked up again. One of these attacks should have been a kiss, but I'm not gonna reroll because 2 auto wounds. I'm just gonna take it. Okay, we've got 1 wound on him, and then we have the other attacks. Oh, does he do it? No, feels bad. I should have hit and run, right? Uh, that's fine. 5. Let's do it over here. I'm just gonna assume I lose like half, so I have 12, 18, about 18 attacks. I need to stop talking, so I'm just gonna resolve this a little bit quicker. But I mean, he's on 1 wound. He should die way before his initiative step. And I assume he will. What else do we have? Oh, actually, I think I should have hit and run, right? If I hit and run and then kill him, I would get an additional assault phase. Yeah, that was stupid. So the Storm Surge actually survives that one. Or does he? Yeah, 1 wound actually. And the... No, actually, wait a second. Did I roll the... 1, 2, 3... No, I did not. Okay, so I still have to roll the freaking attack. I'm missing 1 attack here. So he hits, and that is a wound, and he has a Pheno Pain save against that. Okay, so he's dead. My goodness, I have 1 kiss, and that actually does it. Finally dead. Now, can we kill that freaking Ivana suitor? It's the same idea here. So we have a fear check again. We fail the fear check, but we can reroll because we have aspect warriors, and we make it with both banshees. Both exarchs get their attacks. Come on, ladies, you can do it. You can do it. Nope. By the way, he has to take his Nova Reactor. Okay, that was boring. So basically, what should have happened there, I should have activated my Nova Reactor, because that was Eldar turn. And Nova Reactor would have been necessary to survive, so I would have activated it. I fail on the one, and I burn myself, and I die. So basically, the Ivana suit killed himself, and not the Banshees killed him. Oh my goodness. In this case, the Banshees would have been able to charge in here and try to kill him as well. That's actually really cute. Would they be able to do that? 3 inches? Yeah, actually they would. Let's see it real quick. Just so I know, because it's not necessary, but you know, still want to see. So the one Banshee squad makes it because they needed a 10, and the other one does not make it. Okay. But that was a cute thing. So I should have rolled the Nova Reactor, and then he would have killed himself, and then I would have made it in. Okay. So, but that's basically game. I mean, we have the Storm Surges alone is 16 life. That means that's 5 kill points, and then we have like the Ghost Gear, Tetras, yeah, and then we basically kill the Ethereal just for fun for 4 kill points in the end. So that's actually really cool. I like that. Goes to show you that even though the tower were like put in that corner and everything, they almost died still, or got wiped in this case even, with stealing the initiative, right? That was all happening just because the tower actually stole the initiative. If they didn't, they would have probably died for a second turn in terms of shooting everything. Because I lost all of the transports the first turn, or not all of them, but you know. These two, they one-shot the Wraith Knight, so that was actually a 1500 point game basically. So Wraith Knight got absolutely murdered there, and then everything else basically, I don't know, made it in, but not really healthy. And then I got roasted a little bit by the Flamers too, and then everything else just crashed basically. Um, I don't know. It was really, really cute because I never have Banshees in close combat. I never get the freaking troop into close combat, and not the solitaire either. But we have so many targets in this case that we would be able to charge. And again, this thing with the, I think I played it. Whoa, there's a Banshee. I played it right with the vehicle because whoa, the vehicles clearly state that you disembark the guys first and then you wreck it. I'm not sure why that's written that way, but it actually suggests that you get your strength from death from triggering on that, which makes these transport like really powerful in terms of what they can do, because they're delivering your close combat units to the front, and as they don't get killed on Overwatch, which doesn't happen with Banshees because of the mask, they basically are in right away. And that's really cool. I enjoy that. And obviously Harlequin and everything are pretty powerful. The only reason why this was taking so long is because I was fighting super like gigantic creatures that made um, let's say 50%. Yeah, 50% is pretty fair of Pheno Pain rolls. Failed barely any armor saves, maybe like 2 or 3. And then the Ivana suit failed 1 armor save. The rest was invuln saves altogether, and did not die from 8d3 Hammer of Wrath Strength 6 attacks. He was like tanking like a boss. Like, holy cow, that thing. I mean, I could have gone into flight mode and tried to escape, but I think he was doing a great job holding off like tons of attacks from the other guys, so the Storm Surge could actually remove the anchors and stomp his way out of close combat. Because without these storms, they wouldn't have made it even like halfway through all the Harlequins. Just the AoE damage was enough, and he got really lucky twice with sixes, where he removed models. Otherwise, I could have done something else about it. But nevertheless, it was really, really cool to play because it is actually Dark Eldar, Eldar, Banshee. I don't know. It's basically all the factions as it was. I don't know. How do you call that? The detachment was supposed to bring them all into one faction, and I think it really feels like one faction. They are fighting very similar, high initiative, high weapon skill, not very high strength. That's why you're seeing like them struggling here, and that's why the Solitaire had to come in and basically dropkick that one Storm Surge, because he has the Kiss, he has the Caress, and if those work, they're probably dead. So I think for the setup, it would be good to put one Kiss in there or something like that, just to have some sort of damage against these targets that have high wound pools, high toughness, and so on. So essentially against gargantuan creatures or monstrous creatures. The only reason I thought I didn't have to do that is because I have so many Hammer of Wrath attacks that should actually weigh them down, and the Ivana should have died like 3 turns ago, pretty much. Not 2 turns ago, I think is fair to say. And the Wraith Knight was supposed to be at least get one shot off, and not just get annihilated the first turn of shooting by one single Storm Surge that was not anchored and not twin So basically the Storm Surge was pointing at him, he was dead. The reason why that happened is obviously the Tetras. Tetras are, no matter how tanky everybody else is, Tetras were MVP for taking out the Wraith Knight. Because imagine there was like a Wraith Knight coming for them too. There was no way you're gonna shoot that down and the transports and the guys inside and get charged while you're just trying to shoot them. Because that's the big issue. You can charge while that's happening. And because it says immediately, and immediately is immediately. So you can charge as your transport gets removed, and then he can basically lock them in close combat, which basically denied the Storm Surge a half round of shooting at least. So if I was smart, I would have targeted the last vehicles first. But you know, I'm not smart with towers, so I guess that's why I deserved. And even then, I mean, that was like a camping gargantuan shooting monstrous creature blob at the very, very edge of the corner. If they would have been here or something similar, they would have died immediately. If I not stolen the initiative, the Eldar would have won that much further. I don't know. It's really, really, really annoying. This one also performed much better than the any jet bike combination, because jet bikes tend to die very, very quickly when out in the open, and if they get too close, they die even farther. And they're very expensive. I mean, those units here are expensive too, but if you put them inside of transport, that triggers quite often, and basically the transport is all worth it right away. A radar is very inexpensive, I find. It's very, very fast, and Open top, that's basically all I need. I basically want orc trucks with everything that has close combat capabilities. And these things are faster orc trucks, basically. I never use them for shooting and they never survive another round, but doesn't matter. As long as they deliver their goods to the front, that's all good. That's all fine with me. Alright, as much as I like babbling and going on about it, I'm pretty ill. And I need to get up tomorrow and it's not weekend yet. So I gotta go for now. I hope you guys enjoyed the match. If you have questions and so on, just leave them below the video. I'll upload this as always, and then I can answer them then. Uh, Otherwise, my voice is gonna be completely gone tomorrow, and then we'll see. Alright, so thank you guys for watching, and have a nice evening, and happy wargaming as always.